It's summer, so I decided to make a bathing suit in 1 to 12, and I have the pattern right here. This is actually from my Tanku and scaled down in 1 to 12. I will put this up for downloading in the info box below. So first I'm going to cut all of these things out. I cut out the pieces here, and I found some fabric that is not fraying at all. You would like that because that makes this a little easier. And I am going to place my pattern here on my fabric. And pin it down. And then I'm going to cut it out. And I'm going to make one of these and 2 of these. I cut out the pieces, one of this, and I have 2 of this one. So I'm going to put this one to the side for the first. And taking the pins out of this one. There we go. So I have this little piece. And I'm going to fold it so this line lies through this line and this line to this line, and then I'm going to sew it with tiny stitches. Let's see if I can show you. So first of all, I'm going to line this end up with this end. Let's see if I can show you. I'm putting this end next to this end, and I'm going to place my pin so that it stays. Remember, it needs to go good side to good side. And then here. So I like to start up here, and I'm just going to turn it around to have it lying so that I can see what I'm doing. So I don't have a knot, I'm just going to leave that little thing hanging there. And then I'm just going to make a few stitches here, like there. And as this is a non-fraying thing, I'm not afraid of it to fray. So I'm just sewing close to the ends. And I'm going to sew a back stitch here. So I'm going to go backwards. And then in front of the one I just made. And back to that. And in front of the one we just made. And a little back again. And I'm gonna do that all the way down here and the same on the other one. I sewed the 2 sides together here, and now I'm going for these parts. Put that away. So that's one side, and this is another side. So I'm going to sew this part together with this part, and this part with this part over here, and these 2 parts go together as well, so you have to sew them together also. But I'm going to sew the sides first, and I'm making sure I have the right side down, the good side down. So I'm just going to take my pins here and lining up these 2 seams. You can glue it off all if you like to, but I think the results is so much better if it's sewn. So I really do sew as much as possible. And I'm not gonna show it because it takes a lot of mingling, so I'm just going to sew with back stitches just like before. I sewed on the 2 side pieces, and now I'm going to take these side pieces and I'm going to line them up. So I have this back thing going from the strap and down to the crotch. Before I sew, this way it is easier for me to sew later. So I have the front piece right here with the 2 slides sewn in, and the back piece here is going to be sewn in a little, and I'm gonna do that. So I sewed the back seam here together like that, and you can sew the last pieces if you want to, but I'm going to glue that part because that is a bit difficult. So I take my fabric glue, place some of it on a piece of paper because that is going to be easier. So I take this bottom part here for the crotch, and I'm just going to take a tiny bit of the glue and place it here where I want the 2 pieces to be glued together, like that. I hope you can see it. You can. Then I'm going to take the piece that I'm going to glue together with it and place it nice and neat. And I have these sewing clamps that I'm just putting on there to keep it together. And here I have the top straps from the front, the 2 from the front and the 2 from the back. And I'm just going to do the same here, putting a tiny bit of glue here on the sides, or the straps here you call it. So I have some glue here on the front of the strap, and I'm going to take the back strap and place it, and I'm going to take one of my small clamps again and put it on there like that. Place it together. There we go. Taking the clamp and placing it. And now I'm just giving the glue time to work and dry. So now I remove these small clamps from here and there, and then I just turn this inside out. And there I have a tiny bathing suit in 1/12, and you can decorate it if you feel like, or just leave it like this and put it in your dollhouse or on the doll, so it looks nice. And you can also get a fabric with pattern on it, but remember it has to be a non-fray fabric. So that's all there is to this little craft. I hope you liked it, and happy crafting!